Hi again. Now on task 2, modify the password file to gain the root privilege. Let's launch the attack on a real system file so we can gain the root privilege. We choose the etc passwd file as our target file. This file is word readable, but non-root users cannot modify it. The file contains the user account information, one record for each user. So let's see our two users. We have the root and the cybersec. So if we just check that file by hitting gedit, etc / passwd. Now we can see the files here. The first one, we have the root user, and we also have at the end our cybersec server user. Each of the records contains 7 colon-separated fields. Our interest is on the third field, the third one. For the cybersec server we have 1000, and for the root we have 0. What is this? It's called the user ID. It's the primary basis for access control in Linux, so the value is critical to security. The root user's ID field contains a special value, which is 0. That is what makes it super user. Of course, not the name. Any user with user ID 0 is treated by the system as a root, regardless of the name. The cybersec server's user ID is only 1000, so it doesn't have the root privilege. However, if we can change the value, if we can change the third field value, this one, into zeros, we can turn it into root. We will exploit the dirty cow vulnerability to achieve this goal. In this experiment, we are not gonna use the cybersec server account, because this account is used for other experiments as well, which will be affected by the change. Instead, we will create a new account. We call it cybersec, and we will turn this normal user into a root using the dirty cow attack. So let's add a new account and see how can we modify this. Let's close this one. Now, to add a new account, we need to use the following command: sudo add user, and then we give the name cybersec. Hit enter. Now it will require to give a password. You can give any password. I will use again cybersec and do it again. Okay. Oh, sorry. Yeah, let's try again, just in case. Okay. Now it's updated successfully. Now it will ask you what's the full name and room number. You can just hit enter. Keep hitting enter. And then, is the formation correct? Put Y, and then that's it. For this, now we already created the username. Once we created the username, let's check the passwd this one file. Now we can see that at the bottom there is a new user created, which is cybersec. We can notice that the user ID of this one is 1001. How can we turn this 1001 into zeros? If we succeeded to make it zeros, then this cybersec user will have the root privilege. Okay, so As we mentioned, we can use the dirty cow attack to achieve this one. So let's try. But before we do that, we need to change the file itself. We need to modify the cowattack.c program we took in task 1 to achieve this goal, for this to be successful. Okay, so let's close this one. Now we need to change the file. Okay, so let's edit the file. So again, gedit the cowattack.c file. Now we have this. We need to modify three parts. The first one is the file name. In the task 1 it was XYZ. Now our file name, our targeted file name, is the etc over passwd. Second thing we need to change is where can we find the actually we want to find the 1001. If it's search, we need to change the 1001, and to change it to what? We need to change it into zeros. So here we put zeros instead of the stars. With doing those three steps, now we already modified it. Let's save. Okay, and then let's close. Now let's clear this one so it will be okay. So what's next? So we need to compile and run the file. How can we compile it? We already have the compilation. It was from the first one. This. Okay, let's run it. Now we need to run the file. Cow underscore attack. As normal, we wait for a couple of seconds and then we stop the execution of this program. How? Again, we use Control and C. Now let's go and check for the final time for the passwd file. So we have this gedit passwd. Let's have a look. We go down till the end. Okay, we can see now that the user ID, this cybersec, the user ID is zeros, which means that this file has the root privilege. And this is what we already want. This will, we come into the end of this video. Have a great day.